In a sermon posted on the Gospel Coalition website, Pastor Mark Driscoll preaches about anger from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13.
Nehemiah tonight loses his mind, just gets absolutely furious. It's my favorite section of the whole Bible. And next week, he starts beating up members of his church, and the following week, he scalps somebody. So, verse 6. I love Nehemiah, but this is so awesome. Well, this was taking place. I was not in Jerusalem. What he's saying is, it's not my fault. I wasn't there. I was playing Texas Hold'em. They did this when I wasn't looking. And here's the bell we're going to ring all night, verse 8. And I was very angry. I love that. It's my life verse. It's awesome. Say, what's angry mean in Hebrew? Angry. He's very angry. He was angry at chapter 5 too, where the rich were exploiting the poor. He says, I was very angry about that. Here's a dude gets angry. I was very angry. We're going to talk about this a lot. Then I gave orders, not suggestions, recommendations, orders.
It says, chapter 13, verse 8, I was, quote, very angry. How many of you are going, that's not a Christian emotion? We are sweet pies. That's what we are.
Did Jesus ever get angry? Yeah, he did. At the same place that Nehemiah is going to get really angry. He goes to the city of Jerusalem. He goes to the temple, and he sees that the worship of God has been turned into a commercial business to rip people off and take advantage of them. And he never sins. Jesus is sinless God. We believe that. But he flips. He's overthrowing tables. He's chucking merchandise. It would be as if Jesus came to earth, walked into a Christian bookstore. Next thing you know, there's Thomas Kincaid paintings flying out the door. He's just jumping up and down on Michael W. Smith and Caedmon's Call CDs, and the whole self-help section goes up in flames, and he's punching holes in all the stupid posters with verses out of context, telling people to be happy. You know, it's that moment. I love that. I don't know. There's probably something wrong with me, but I just love that. So let me explain this. There is righteous and unrighteous anger. So righteous anger is this. It's angry for the right reason and responds in a godly way to cause change. And in that way, anger is a great motivating force. It's a passion that can be harnessed and channeled for good. My life includes, especially growing up, a lot of anger. Okay, I grew up angry environment. I won't get into all the details. Angry. I've seen a lot of anger, a lot of violence. I've had many years of my life super short wick. I mean, I was a guy. You ever see baseball teams that have bench clearing brawls and they fight each other? We had that on just my team, right? Because I jumped a guy on my team in our dugout because he spit a sunflower seed on me. So I went after him with a fungo bat during a game. That's unrighteous. I was a guy, I just grew up in an angry, violent world, and so I was a guy that I found anger to be very good because sometimes you just need to fight and you never know when it's going to happen. So the result has been, sometimes my anger has led me to do unrighteous things, most often with my mouth. I get curt, mean, cut people down. I don't know if you notice, I can get a little sarcastic and blunt and such, and so sometimes that comes out in a bad way.
And while it is true that Christians should show righteous anger against evil, human anger is one of the works of the flesh, and the Bible gives the strongest possible warning against a life controlled by anger. Pastor Paul Petrie, who was fired from Mars Hill Church, describes the harshness, abuse of power, anger, manipulation, and control exhibited by Pastor Mark. Pastor Bent Meyer also fired from Mars Hill Church, says, Mark's pathology shows up in ways that are impulsive, aggressive, irascible. Rob Smith, a member of Mars Hill Church, comments on Mark Driscoll's reaction to an email he sent to church elders. Quote, "He was vile, he was vulgar, he threatened me with obscene language, he said he would destroy me, destroy my career, and make sure I never ministered again." Former pastor Ron Wheeler, who worked closely with Mark Driscoll, writes, "You cursed me up one side and down the other. You threatened and berated me. I have never been spoken to the way you did to me then. It was vicious and startling." We must conclude that Mark Driscoll's unrighteous anger disqualifies him from the Christian pulpit.